Hello guys, welcome to StepByStep Crypto, your favorite crypto channel, where we take you step by step towards a deeper understanding of the crypto world. I am your host, and today I will talk about something big and important for all of you. You might have noticed there are a lot of DAOs recently available in the market which promise to deliver a very tempting and high amount of APY, or annual percent yield. Their tokens are also trading at a comparatively much lower price. You would be thinking it's okay, the investment would not be that much. But this can land you in deep trouble. But there are some reliable DAOs also, which are worth staking, and they also deliver huge APY like 500,000%. Some of them are OHM, HEC, TIME, and you name it. Today, I'm going to tell you about some worthwhile DAOs with good APY. They are also worth staking and possess a smaller market cap. So let's begin today's episode without any further ado. First of all, if you're new to this channel, let me clarify what APY is in detail. APY is just an acronym for annual percentage yield. You can consider it as a basic measuring instrument in the market to calculate the rate of return you would get on your investment. Today, I will start with Olympus DAO. Here, OHM is the token you get, and the amount of OHM you staked is your investment. The APY gets generated by following the compound interest method that is done periodically on each epoch. The inbuilt rebase mechanism of the DAO is responsible for this yield. APY never grows linearly. Due to the accumulation of compound interest, it always grows exponentially. Let's get back to the subject. What are the top DAOs to stake your money in? 1. First and foremost is our Olympus only. You can follow two ways to make money in the Olympus DAO. Suppose you issue your tokens in the form of a bond. You will get a discount here. So, you decide to give money to the Treasury later on. The Treasury is an autonomous and decentralized organization. Here, you can bond some of your coins to get them back shortly. You see, this process is called arbitrage, and you can make money this way. In this process, the Treasury generates revenue for itself and also issues coins for the investors who are interested in taking them. But there comes a minor issue. I think all of you know that the US dollars are getting printed right now infinitely. Naturally, it raises a valid question concerning its stability. If something has too much supply in the market, stability gets compromised. Because it is the free-floating reserve currency, it impacts everything including the crypto market, stock market, real estate market, and whatnot. Because everything is, after all, connected. Even if you earn money just by doing your desk job in your office, it would look less valuable. There are a lot of stable coins which get controlled by US dollars. They eventually became an essential part of the market of cryptocurrency. Because the stablecoin market does not have much volatility, due to their lack of volatility, that is why it is a way more peaceful and reliable platform for transactions. While making a particular transaction using stablecoins, they are sure that they hold the more or less same amount of buying power today as compared to tomorrow. But if you look closely, you will see that it is not a perfect concept. Because the US dollar is under the control of both the Federal Reserve and the US government, what is the key takeaway from this? If any depreciation in the currency happens, there will also be a depreciation in the market of these stable coins. However, the Olympus DAO is looking forward to solving this market problem by concentrating on the supply rate of the currency. OHM, the token of Olympus DAO, would hopefully be able to control the buying pressure no matter how high or low market volatility is. You may summarize that OHM is a wannabe stablecoin, but that's not true. OHM is a reserve currency based on an algorithm and supported by many decentralized assets. In the Treasury, it has a proper intrinsic value. Currently, the APY of OHM is comparatively smaller. It is normal. This is how the DAO functions. Olympus owns a large market cap of around 1.3 billion US dollars. The thing works this way. If more money is getting staked, it implies more OHM tokens are getting staked on their platform. The price can go upwards only when more traders are staking the tokens, because it means more investors in the market are sticking to the asset. So the price rises. The APY goes downtrend. In simple terms, the more investors stake, the lower percentage they yield. Consequently, one day the price will start falling. But let me remind you here that there is always a fixed door in the chart. When the price goes below the floor mark, the platform immediately burns a handful of coins. It happens to maintain the balance between demand and supply. It is the reason Olympus is given such a low APY currently, which is around 7,600%. Previously, the APY was much higher. You can guess the reason. Not many people used to stake OHM tokens before. 2. Now, for example, if you look at our second token, HEC, the APY is 407,000%, which is pretty high. The market cap is also smaller, around 40 million US dollars, because the quantity of staking is also low. 3. Third choice Wonderland, or TIME, is an avalanche-based decentralized reserve currency protocol. The TIME token is not pegged to fiat currency. It is an algorithmic reserve currency, and each TIME is backed by one magic internet money, or MIM, which is a stablecoin backed by interest-bearing tokens issued by abracadabra.money. 4. Speaking of HEC or Hector, our fourth choice is another fantastic platform that is based on the Harmony blockchain. Initially, Hector got created on the Ethereum blockchain, but due to expense, developers copied the algorithm on a new blockchain, which is cheaper and lowers the entry barrier. 5. Now, in case you don't know much about Harmony, it is quite an inexpensive and faster blockchain. Also, Kalima is another reliable and popular one with a $500 million market cap. Wonderland is also there that just crossed 500 million with 93,000% of APY. Although I must admit that investing in low-cap DAO is pretty risky. So, if you get a high APY from this coin, it means you are doing pretty well. You may not believe these coins may give some ridiculous amount of APY too. Suppose an APY of token amounts to 450,000%, which is both lucrative and crazy. Always keep in mind that the more will flow into the market, the higher the chance of it to go down. If you ask me, I would recommend you to follow that idea too. As per my analysis, a bearish trend is likely around the corner in 2022, but if you stake tokens for more or less a month, I am pretty hopeful that you can easily pull out your investment money along with a good amount of profit. So what I mean to say is, it is growing rapidly, but before you make any sudden movements in the market, beware of any type of rug pull. These days, any developer can duplicate any random project and build up a website. How can you possibly guess that? If anyone copycats loads of projects, they are likely to falsify their token supply. They lure investors and traders with flashy profits and APYs. When you buy those tokens, they sell and dump everything and go away with a huge amount of money. In technical terms, it's called a rug pull. So, you need to be careful while working on these DAOs and do some. Never forget to look up the contracts and addresses. You need to make sure you have done some necessary background checks and gathered the last whereabouts of the developers that launched the project. They should be at least speaking publicly at a press conference or some interviews on any YouTube channel. Otherwise, a random 1 million% APY project might make you insolvent in no time. Well, I am eagerly waiting here to know your guys' opinion about this. Let me know your take on this DAO scenario in the comments section of this video. If you also have some other DAOs in your hit list which I did not mention in this video, please feel free and enlighten us in the comment section. I will be highly thankful to you for that. Hope this episode was useful for you. Share this video as much as possible and subscribe to the channel for more to come. Another helpful video will be there shortly.